Hey viewers, just going through this lot of stuff again today to pick out what I'm keeping and what I'm not. Some oldies here from the past. Underneath the grass there, the mower I done my very first ever YouTube video on. I'll dig that out sometime and fix it up again. It was a fairly good Tecumseh on a Morrison base, so I'll dig that out sometime and clean it up again. Some very old Briggses there, the two there with chrome handles. Here's another oldie I picked up the other night. There's nothing wrong with it apart from it's out of fuel at the moment. It's a 79 or 79 model Briggs. Air filter's a bit dirty, but other than that it runs perfect. These old ones just go and go and go. Even though like all the old ones I've got are basically retired, I start them up once in a while just to have something to do and keep them alive, but they don't get used with any particular amount of work anymore. The ones I'm blowing up in this lot of videos are just the import shit that's come out in the last few years. Just going on what I've had and owned and scrapped. Pretty much 02, 03, us Australians started getting this Chinese shit like this on the markets. Difference between an American one and the Chinese ones. The Chinese ones have these fins on the back. If you look at the casting qualities, they're just nowhere near as well finished as the American ones. Carbs are just as good. These carbs go great on the older ones. One pull starts every time if you can't get the old choke-o-matic sorted out. They have good electronic ignition coils to replace the points with if you have troubles with that, but longevity wise the block just doesn't hold up, all the alloy conrod and whatnot. This is the next candidate for a blow up. It's a really good base, so I might put a good two-stroke or something mounted onto that. I'll just give you a demonstration of the rod knock. I won't actually start it up, but yeah, you'll be able to hear it. You can hear tap 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 as it turns over. So that one might last a minute if we're lucky. I'll quickly modify the governor on this one as well with the cable tie. I'll do that either today or tomorrow. See how much I have to drink this afternoon. We might get all hyped up for a bit of fun. Here's another classic. This one's only at 82. It's not as old as some of the ones I've got, but it's basically retired. It started life as a council mower. It's got Shire Council scraped in it for somewhere from memory. Might have rusted out. It was just engraved into the paint. But it was found dumped, and all I can fold it, when you accelerate it, it uses, well, it blows a little bit of smoke, and when it's cold it blows a puff on startup, but that might even just be wrong oil grade in it. I upgraded it to a primer carbon, but because the original one, once it had broken down on council, they'd left it in their shed for years and years and years, and it was just rotten with stale fuel that turned into varnish. This is an American made Sprint 375. I haven't actually run this one before, but it will get sent for scrap, so I may or may not blow it up. I've got 3 or 4 of these, but there's just no real value in these particular types of mowers for some reason, but they're pretty well off in parts wise. Like, you can get decent money for anything that bolts onto the engine basically. That Victor's going to get scrapped. It's got a good engine on it, but it's missing quite a few parts. So yeah, we'll go for a quick look in the shed, and that's starting to tidy up quite well. I've got a lot of my computer stuff I'm keeping outside in there now, so I'm starting to get this shit sorted out here. Just different parts in each drawer. Some remote controls I've kept. blast from the past there, Windows 98. More discs and stuff. Stocked up on that. I think it was 99 cents a can at Super Cheap Auto, so I bought a whole heap of it. I've used some so far. Bottom drawers full of power supplies. Really need to find somewhere dry to keep the Model 1 Victor. Each time it rains it comes in through up the top there, so I might put this in my father's shed somewhere safe on the other side of town. Yeah, still got a bit more junk to go through yet, but yeah, we'll get to that. Still got to bring out the cases from inside back out here, and I'll go through all those sometime. There's some that I'm going to get rid of, I don't really want to, but alright, there's a nice full tower ATX case there, which I'll never end up doing anything with, so I might as well go. I think it's a complete running computer actually, but it's only a Pentium 2 or something. Brand new cheap Chinese ATX cases over there, but they were shit house. I bought about 20 of them back when I was building PCs, and even as soon as you open them they'd start flexing and bending, and they were just shit. Lucky that I paid under $10 each for those, so I suppose it's not too much of a loss if I end up throwing them out. Got another Victor twin engine, there's two of them sitting there now. Someone was throwing it out at the tip, and they said, "Do you want this?" I said, "Fucking oath." So I've got another one of those. I've actually got a Victor twin mower under there, which I've got to look at someday. It can stay there, it'll only appreciate in value, not lose value. Some Victor 18 bases, they can stay there. And finally put a little light in here if I come out here at night, and that's just only attached with a magnet, so I can unplug the solar panel which charges it. And yeah, so slowly getting there on the cleanup. Room inside's looking pretty good. Yeah, we'll have one last quick look at these mowers and then I'll upload this video. Okay, so I'm just going to rock these. I'm rocking the blade plate backwards and forwards, and you can hear the mad knock in that. So I imagine that'll let go quite well. Better drain the water out of the fuel tank and put some fresh fuel in it, and that'll fix that problem up. I can't do a blow up too often, neighbours might get a bit upset. No one lives on that side, but an old lady lives here and probably get the shit. Some nights I just don't give a shit though. Give a fuck, I'll blow something up. Old International Cadet hasn't been moved in a while. Parked there ages ago, it probably needs a carb clean out and it'll go again. There's even mowers lost under the trees there. I'll cut that back sometime and dig them all back out. There's another $199 Big W special here. See, it's another Chinese made one. It's got piss poor castings. I actually mowed the lawns a few times with this with no oil in it, and it's battling on still. It was losing a lot of power, so I just left it there when it stalled. But the shit's with it. Absolutely nothing in the bottom of the crankcase here. So that'll probably let off with a bang as well. Still got good compression surprisingly, but that one can go straight on the junk pile. A couple of Victors there I've been asked to look at, but haven't got to yet. That'll happen this weekend probably. MTD, that's about as far as that got. I broke the bloody new recoil on the engine, so, and I left it there. Might just sell it as spare parts. It's got a nice 5 horsepower motor on it, but just haven't got the right cowling, and I'm not really prepared to spend any money on it. So it can either wait until I find the top end for it, or I'll make just as much money as if I sold it as whole, selling it as parts. And there's just a few more scrap machines that you might get one or two going out of the whole lot, but there's nothing really there. Just old trade-ins and whatnot when I've been selling them. Alright, thanks for watching. And what's slower than a Chinese Briggs & Stratton engine? Well, a Chinese copy of one. These were basically your $200 petrol-powered mowers advertised in hardware store catalogues, renowned for being utterly shit. This one was basically brand new when I found it, only missing the blade plate, but it had already thrown one of the valve springs off, so I've put in a Briggs & Stratton one. That'll go off with a nice pop sometime. This is how little it had been used. I got it off the original owner for free, and the oil's still almost perfectly clear. So yeah, they just got the shits with it and finally got a decent one. Alright, catch you later.